Hello, my dear friend. I'm so thrilled you're here with me today. Let's dive into a beautiful story to practice English together. Listening to this will help your brain learn new words and make sentences easily. Your ears will get better at understanding English, and you'll speak more clearly step by step. I'm right here for you, cheering you on with all my heart. So, let's begin this wonderful journey together. Once upon a time, in a small village nestled between golden fields and a wide, sparkling river, there lived a boy named Eli. Eli was 13 years old. He had messy brown hair, bright green eyes, and a shy smile that warmed hearts. The village was cozy, with stone houses topped with straw roofs. Flowers grew along the paths, and children played in the fields. Everyone knew each other. They shared bread, tools, and laughter. Eli was loved because he was kind. He carried water for old Mr. Toma, whose back was bent with age. He picked ripe apples for Mrs. Lyra when her hands ached. He even helped little children fix their broken toys. But Eli had a secret. He was afraid of speaking in front of people. When others looked at him, his voice shook, his face turned red, and he felt small, like he wanted to hide. One bright morning, something terrible happened. The old wooden bridge over the river broke. The bridge was the heart of the village. It was the only way to reach the market in the big town. Without it, the village couldn't get food, clothes, or medicine. The villagers gathered in the square, their voices loud with worry. The mayor, Miss Hannah, a kind woman with gray hair and a warm smile, stood on a wooden box. "We need a plan," she said. "The town is far. Someone must go through the Whispering Woods to ask for help." The villagers looked at each other. The Whispering Woods were dark and mysterious. Tall trees blocked the sun, and strange sounds filled the air. Some said the woods were magic. Others whispered about spirits who spoke in the wind. Eli stood at the back of the crowd, his heart beating fast. He wanted to help, but the woods scared him. And talking to strangers in the town? That was even scarier. Eli's best friend, Tara, stood beside him. Tara was 12, with short black hair and a laugh that made everyone feel happy. She was brave and never afraid to speak. "Eli, you should go," she whispered. Eli's eyes grew wide. "Me? No, Tara. I can't. I'm not brave like you." Tara shook her head. "You're brave inside, Eli. You help everyone. You can do this." Eli looked at the ground. He thought of his mom, who needed medicine from the town. He thought of the children who needed food. His fear was big, but his love for the village was bigger. "I'll go," Eli said, his voice soft like a breeze. Miss Hannah heard him. She smiled gently. "Eli, are you sure?" she asked. Eli nodded, even though his hands trembled. "I want to help," he said. The villagers cheered. They trusted Eli, even if he didn't trust himself. The next morning, Eli packed a small bag. He put in 2 pieces of bread, a bottle of water, a warm blanket, a small knife his dad gave him, and a tiny whistle Tara made from a reed. His mom hugged him tightly. "Be careful, Eli." "So," she said, her eyes wet. "You're stronger than you know." Eli smiled, but his stomach felt like it was full of fluttering butterflies. Tara walked him to the edge of the village. "You'll be fine," she said. "If you get scared, blow the whistle. It's like I'm with you." Eli held the whistle and nodded. He took a deep breath and stepped toward the Whispering Woods. The woods were dark and quiet. The trees were tall, their branches twisting like long fingers. The air was cool, and the ground was soft with fallen leaves. Eli heard sounds, birds chirping, branches creaking, and a soft whisper in the wind. His heart raced. "It's just the wind," he told himself. But the whispers sounded like voices, low and strange. "Who's there?" he called. No one answered. He clutched his bag and kept walking. After hours of walking, Eli's legs felt heavy. His water was half gone, and his bread was just crumbs. He sat on a big rock to rest. As he nibbled his bread, he saw something move in the bushes. His heart jumped. "Hello?" he said, his voice shaking. A small white rabbit hopped out. Its fur was soft, and its eyes were big and shiny, like tiny stars. The rabbit looked at Eli and hopped closer. Eli smiled. "You're not scary," he said. He broke a piece of bread and held it out. The rabbit sniffed it, then ate it quickly. Eli felt warm inside. "You're my friend now," he said softly. The rabbit hopped away, but looked back like it wanted Eli to follow. Eli was curious. He stood up and followed the rabbit through the trees. It led him to a narrow path covered in tiny blue flowers. The path was smooth, easier to walk on than the rough ground. The woods felt a little less scary. "Thank you, little rabbit," Eli said. The rabbit twitched its nose and hopped away into the shadows. As Eli walked, the whispers in the wind grew louder. They sounded like real words now. Be brave, they said. Keep going. Eli stopped. Who's talking? He asked, looking around. The wind went quiet, then whispered again, You are enough. Eli's eyes widened. The words made his heart feel lighter. He didn't understand who was speaking, but he felt stronger. He held Tara's whistle and kept walking. Soon, Eli reached a clearing. In the middle was a small pond with water so clear he could see the pebbles at the bottom. By the pond stood an old woman. She had long gray hair tied in a braid and a kind face with deep wrinkles. She wore a blue cloak that shimmered in the sunlight. Eli was nervous but walked closer. Hello, he said softly. The woman smiled. Hello, Eli, she said. Eli gasped. How do you know my name? He asked. The woman's eyes twinkled like the pond. The woods know many things, she said. You are here to help your village. That is a brave thing. Eli looked at his feet. I'm not brave, he said. I'm scared. I don't like talking to people. My voice shakes. The woman knelt beside him. Her voice was gentle like a lullaby. Bravery is not about feeling no fear, she said. Bravery is doing what's right, even when you're scared. You are here, Eli. That makes you brave. Eli thought about her words. They felt true, but he was still afraid. What if I can't talk to the people in the town? He asked. The woman reached into her cloak and pulled out a small stone. It was smooth and glowed softly, like a tiny moon. This is a courage stone, she said. Hold it when you feel afraid. It will remind you of your heart. Eli took the stone. It was warm in his hand, and it made him feel calm. Thank you, he said. The woman pointed to a path lined with pebbles. Follow that way. It will take you to the town. Trust yourself, Eli. Before he could say more, she was gone, like she melted into the air. Eli blinked. Was she real? He wondered. He held the courage stone tightly and followed the path. As he walked, Eli thought about his village. He remembered his mom's soft voice when she sang to him. He thought of Tara's laugh and Mr. Toma's stories about the stars. He wanted to help them all, but the woods weren't done testing him. The path grew narrow and the trees seemed to lean closer. Eli heard a loud rustle in the bushes. He froze. A small deer stepped out. Its leg was caught in a vine, and it looked scared. Eli's heart hurt. He remembered the rabbit and the woman's words. Don't be afraid, Eli said softly. He knelt down and carefully untangled the vine. The deer's eyes were wide, but it stayed still. When it was free, it nuzzled Eli's hand, like saying, thank you. Then it ran off, leaping gracefully. Eli smiled. Helping the deer made him feel stronger. He touched the courage stone and kept going. The path twisted and turned. Eli's legs ached, and the sun was lower now. He was thirsty, but his water was gone. He found a small stream and filled his bottle. The water was cold and tasted sweet. As he drank, he saw something shiny in the grass. It was a small silver key. Eli picked it up. What's this for? He wondered. He put it in his pocket, just in case. The whispers in the wind came back. You are close, they said. Eli looked around, but no one was there. The words gave him hope. He walked faster. Soon he saw light through the trees. The woods were ending. He stepped out and saw the town. It was big, with tall buildings, noisy streets, and people everywhere. Eli's heart raced. He wanted to hide. Talking to strangers was his biggest fear. Eli stood at the edge of the town, holding the courage stone. He thought of his mom, Tara, and the village. He remembered the rabbit, the deer, and the old woman. I can do this, he whispered. He walked into the town, his legs shaking but his head high. The town was loud. People shouted, carts rolled, and bells rang. Eli felt small, but he kept going. He asked a woman selling apples where the town hall was. His voice was soft, but she heard him. That way, she said, pointing. Eli thanked her and walked on. Each step felt a little easier. At the town hall, Eli met a tall man named Mr. Ben. He had a kind face and a loud laugh. Eli's voice shook as he spoke. Hello, sir. My village needs help. Our bridge broke. Mr. Ben listened carefully. Eli's words were slow, but he told the whole story about the village, the river, and the people who needed food and medicine. Mr. Ben nodded. You're a brave boy, Eli, he said. We'll send workers to fix the bridge tomorrow, and we'll send food and medicine today. Eli felt like his heart was flying. He did it. He talked to a stranger, and they listened. He thanked Mr. Ben and left the town hall. Before going home, he stopped at a small shop. He used the few coins he had to buy a tiny wooden bird for Tara. She'll like this, he thought. The journey back was different. The woods didn't feel so dark. The whispers in the wind were soft, like they were proud. Eli saw the white rabbit again. It hopped beside him for a while, then disappeared. Eli held the courage stone and the silver key in his pocket. He wondered about the key. Maybe it was for something special, but he didn't know yet. When Eli reached the village, everyone ran to him. Eli, you're back, Tara shouted. Eli told them about Mr. Ben, the workers, and the food coming. The villagers cheered. Miss Hannah hugged him. You saved us, Eli, she said. Eli's mom cried happy tears. I'm so proud of you, she said. Eli gave Tara the wooden bird. Her eyes lit up. It's beautiful, she said, hugging him. That night, the village had a big dinner. They ate warm bread, vegetable soup, and sweet apples. Eli told his story. His voice was stronger now, and he didn't feel shy. He talked about the rabbit, the deer, the old woman, and the courage stone. The children listened with wide eyes. Tara smiled. I told you, Eli. You're brave, she said. Eli nodded. I was scared, but I learned something. Helping others makes me stronger. The next day, workers arrived from the town. They brought wood and tools to fix the bridge. They also brought baskets of food and medicine. The village was alive with joy. Eli helped the workers carry wood. He even talked to them, his voice clear and steady. Miss Hannah watched him and smiled. You've changed, Eli, she said. Eli kept the courage stone in his pocket. He didn't need it every day, but it reminded him of the woods and the old woman's words. He started speaking more. He told stories to the children about the stars and the woods. He helped Miss Hannah plan village meetings. The villagers called him Eli the Brave. One day, Eli went back to the Whispering Woods. He wanted to find the pond and thank the old woman. He followed the path with blue flowers, but the pond was gone. Instead, he found a small wooden box buried in the grass. The silver key fit perfectly. Inside was a tiny note. It said, Your voice is your strength. Keep speaking. Eli smiled. He didn't know if the woman was real or magic, but her words stayed with him. Eli often sat by the river with Tara, watching the new bridge shine in the sun. The white rabbit visited sometimes, nibbling carrots Eli left for it. Eli learned that fear is okay, but love and kindness are stronger. His voice was clear now, and his heart was full. He wasn't afraid to speak anymore. He knew he could help his village, one word at a time. If you like the story, please subscribe. I will upload a new video every day to help you learn English. We will grow together. Press the bell icon so you never miss a practice. I believe in you. Let's speak English with confidence. I'm rooting for you, always.